Hey, how you doing? It's Charles. I got some questions today. I'm coming to you from my nasty little bedroom, and I apologize. Doesn't look professional, but you know what? We're not professional. I'm not a professional. I'm just an idiot that likes to talk here, okay? Anyway, I've got a young man. He's written to me about 3 or 4 times wanting me to make this video because he's coming here on August 2nd. And I put this off and put it off, so I apologize. Anyway, his name is Mladen. He's an 18-year-old Serbian kid. Well, he's actually Swedish. He was born in Serbia, but he only lived in Serbia for 1 year. So the last 17 years of his life, he's lived in Sweden. So he knows very little about Serbia. He's coming here by himself for the first time ever. So let's see what Mladen wants. Mladen says, "Hello, Charles. I'm an 18-year-old kid and visiting my family in Serbia. Since I've lived in Serbia for the last 17 years, I have a few questions regarding my trip. Question number 1. What place is safe to exchange Swedish krunas other than the banks?" Well, buddy, I wouldn't go to the bank because usually the banks, if you have your Swedish money, there's banks everywhere here in Serbia. Every corner there's a bank here for some odd reason. There's a billion banks and nobody claims to have any money here. But when you go to the bank, usually their exchange rate to go from kruna to RSD, Republic of Serbia dinar, is really bad. Usually the banks are the worst place to transfer, to convert money. Here in Serbia, you will not have a problem with that, especially if you're in one of the bigger cities, Novi Sad, Belgrade. It even says on it's a thing called a minjačnica, a really long minjačnica. They're everywhere in the city. I mean, you can't really walk 1 block without seeing a big sign that says minjačnica. You go there, you can exchange euros, you can exchange Swedish krunas, Norwegian money, dollars, all of it. And they usually give you about the best rate. And here in Serbia, usually out in front, they'll have like a sign and it tells you the most common currencies. It'll say like the euro, buying the euro and selling the euro, and usually dollars. But usually they all have a little piece of paper also on there, so you can go up there and look for krunas, what they're giving you. And you might want to check around to a couple places. A lot of times in the center of a city, the main district, the rate's not as good, but there's not a whole hell of a lot of difference. But if you're transferring a lot of money, it'll save you, it's worth shopping around, okay? But it's a minjačnica, they're everywhere in every city you go to, so you won't have to worry about that. But maybe, like I said, if you're going down to, you said in a minute you're going to Nish. Nish is the 3rd biggest city in Serbia, so I'm sure they do krunas, but you might want to just do it in Belgrade when you get here. Just get enough money in Belgrade or Novi Sad if you come here before you go to Nish, because I'm not really for sure. Just to be safe, do it in Belgrade because it's a big capital city. So maybe the minjačnica says down there, don't do Swedish money, but I know they do in Belgrade, okay? Question 2, I'm coming to Nish and it's close to Kosovo, so is it safe down there? I don't want to sound stupid when asking this kind of question, but I really have no one to talk to about this stuff. Nish is pretty close to Kosovo. But Nish is very, very safe. I lived in Nish, actually. I lived there 2 separate occasions. First time I lived there for, what was it? 2 months, I think, or 3 months, and then I moved back there for 4 months and 2 years later. So I've been there maybe around 7 months total in Nish. Nish is a beautiful city. The center of it's really beautiful. It's got maybe, 250,000 people, maybe 300,000 people. I don't know, it depends on who you ask. Serbians from Nish always say that they're bigger than Novi Sad and all this, but everybody up here says the opposite. I don't know. Anyway, it's around 300,000 people. Very, very safe. You don't see a lot of Albanians there. They said recently a lot of them Albanians are purchasing homes and things, apartment complexes and land in there, but you're not going to have any problems whatsoever with that. The only places you might have an issue is if you go further south, way further south, down there to Preševo or Bujanovac. I was in Bujanovac. You might have saw my video where I'm wearing that Serbian shirt in that Albanian bar. But other than that, you're not going to have any problems in Nish. Nish is a very safe city, a fun city. There's a great nightlife in Nish, good food in Nish, beautiful nature in Nish, and lots of history. So you'll have a good time in Nish. Question 3, how many people do actually speak English? I have no idea how to speak Serbian, and it's a fucking hard language to learn. Znam, brate. It is a hard language to learn. That's why I've been here for 3 years without speaking Serbian language. And, you know, we was just talking about this yesterday. Me and a guy from Scotland. I'm just randomly sitting in a bar, in a horror smoking nargila. This guy from Scotland's there. And we start talking about it. And he's married to a Serbian girl. And I said, how's your Serbian going? And he said, it's not. He said, I suck. He said, I know a few words. And I said, hey, same here. And he said, how long have you been here? I said, 3 years. And he said, you don't speak Serbian? I said, no. I said, I don't try, which is embarrassing. But everybody here speaks English. Everybody that I deal with speaks English. Never have a problem. I've never once been somewhere where I haven't been able to find somebody that spoke English to help me. And Serbians are very helpful people. So you're not going to have a problem. I was even in a post office. Post offices here is where everybody pays bills and things. And it's a pain in the ass to go in there. Usually the people that work there are not very friendly. And they're older people. None of them speak English usually. Even at the bus stations, they don't speak English well. But anytime, I was in a post office once trying to explain to this lady what I wanted. Guy next to me, a young guy, he comes over and said, hey, I'll help you, what do you need? Everybody's always wanting to help you. So just look for people your age, you're 18, you're going to find almost everybody speaks English. A lot of them, I think that they say they don't, they do, they're just embarrassed and they don't want to speak it, you know. So say a few words in Serbian, it'll go a long way, my friend. And you're Serbian, you should speak Serbian, brother. You have no excuses. Last question. How many free Wi-Fis can you find there? I know this is a silly question, but I really want to stay close to my friends while I'm over there. There's Wi-Fi everywhere, and most of the big cities here, they have free Wi-Fi in the center of the city, so you can sit in a little bench and log into the city Wi-Fi. It's free, and on their website, once you log in, it'll bring you to their homepage. You put in the password, and you can use it. It usually kicks you off every like 20 minutes or something. You just got to re-log in. Every cafe here is free Wi-Fi. It's great. Some of them are better than others, of course. So if you want to do lots of large, maybe uploading and things like that, it's not very good. But every single cafe, coffee bar has it. Okay, my friend. Then you said, I'm sorry if my questions are kind of retarded, but that's what I want to know. Thank you for your time to read this, and my apologies for any inconveniences. No inconveniences, my friend. Happy you're coming here. Happy you took the initiative to come back to your country. You're going to find out it's a great place, great people, great food, beautiful women, and that's it, my friend. Okay, thank you. Enjoy your trip. Srećan put, doviđenja.